In our preview video for the Diamond League final held in Brussels, we said that Ackeem Blake was one of the men who had a chance of taking the win. Now, he did win, and many persons were surprised that he won, including Ackeem Blake. Welcome back to the channel, people. Welcome back to the channel. If this is your first time here, thank you for making it Peter Lloyd World. Go ahead, please hit the subscribe button so we continue to grow. You hit the notification bell so you know when the next video drop a video each once a day here in Peter Lloyd World. Also, if you enjoy the content, please hit the like button and finally leave your thoughts. So, ready? Yep. Good to go. Well, she just took third at the Diamond League finals in the women's 400 meters hurdles. None other than one of our channel favorites, Shiann Salmon, and she shared this to her stories, and I found it kind of funny and very relatable because very relatable. So she's shopping in England, and just watch the video and share your thoughts.
Listen, the worst thing is to try to shop in England, like, who are going to spend pound and then go something there, like, it was stressing, like, mentally. When me buy the thing, then me have to send £9. I have to turn it upside down so that I see 6. Because if I see the 9, I can't. If I see the 9, I can't buy it.
Now, I know others go through this, but any Jamaican watching this who has been to the UK understands what she's talking about. Because when you're spending the money, you're calculating, wow, the Jamaican dollar is what, 180 something to £1. so I can relate, I understand exactly. I mean, anyone who has shopped in the UK, you live a yard, you live in Jamaica, that's very relatable. I don't know, I found that very funny. I don't know if you did, but I just found it both funny and relatable. And it's good that she's watching her coins, people. She's a young lady. She needs to put something aside for a rainy day.
Introducing Peter Lloyd World merchandise, where style meets comfort. From trendy tees to cozy hoodies, we've got something for everyone. Elevate your wardrobe with our high-quality, fashionable designs that make a statement. Whether you're hitting the streets or chilling at home, Peter Lloyd World has you covered. Shop now and upgrade your look with Peter Lloyd World merchandise. Available exclusively at Peter Lloyd World. Link in description below.
Ackeem Blake closed out his 2024 season in the men's 100 meters in fine style, walking away with I'd say the 3 premier wins of the 2024 season in the men's 100 meter sprints. First being the indoor 60 meter title, world title, the Paris Olympic Games, and of course then the Diamond League finals. And he walked away with the win in the men's 100 meter Diamond League finals. And I know many of you were surprised. I was not surprised. Now, I did say in our preview that we thought he was one of the men who had a really good chance of winning. And someone said, but that's not a prediction. Yes, it's a prediction. It's a prediction. I looked at the numbers, and the numbers said that there were 3 men there who could win, and he was definitely one of the 3. And he won, so that's definitely a prediction. I'm not quite sure what you expected me to say. I know that there have been moments when I've said the person is going to run XXX, but this was not the case. He won. Anyway, so I wasn't surprised that he won. And he won pretty close to his personal best, which is 9.89 seconds. In fact, he won in a time of 9.92 seconds.
Coleman gets out fast as you'd expect. Blake is right there with him as well. Fred Curley with some work to do. It's Blake and Coleman in the front at the moment. Coleman might just have this one. It's going to be close, but Blake hangs in.
Now, surprisingly, Ackeem Blake himself was actually very surprised that he won. In an article that I saw in, was it the Observer, the Jamaica Gleaner, one of the two, he had this to say, quote, he says, "For me, it was a surprise to win here. It was a very competitive field, and it was my first Diamond League final. This really means a lot to me. It was very cold, but I still was able to run close to my personal best. This is only the beginning, and I have more to come in the coming years," says Blake. And I understand that. I understand to a certain extent why he might be surprised. He also said, "I could hear my coach guiding me through every phase of the race." And that was a great race. But the truth is, You know, I've often talked about how important it is for athletes to have these kinds of experiences. I've said to you at this level, meaning when you're in the top 10 in the world in terms of the short sprints, what separates you is not as much as you might think. And in many instances, what separates you is A, the will to win, and B, the belief that you can. And I think when an athlete like an Ackeem Blake is able to beat a Christian Coleman, a Fred Curley, and people of that caliber, it really boosts his self-confidence. However, we had seen him win running 9.96 just days before this Diamond League finals.
Egyelőre úgy tűnik, hogy a legjobban talán Ackeem Blake az, aki elkapta a rajtot, és a jamaikai vezet a 3-as pályán, innen ezt meg lehet nyerni, meg is nyeri, ez jó futás, 9,97 másodperc, majdhogy nem szélcsend, de...
This win was in Bellinzona, and he beat the likes of Akana Simbini as well as the former Olympic champion Lamont Marcel Jacobs. Not to mention the fact that a few races prior to that at the Cilicia Diamond League, he equaled his personal best in the 100 meters, of course that is 9.89. And in this instance took third behind Fred Curley and Ferdinand Omanyala.
In the way, first time. We saw some fast times in the women's hurdles heats earlier on. Could we get something similar in this men's 100? Omanyala trying to ease his way ahead, but it's Fred Curley, I think, to the naked eye.
Now on paper, Ackeem Blake has had the best year of his entire career. He started out the third place winning the men's 60-meter dash in the World Athletics Indoor Championships, which took place in Glasgow in March.
Meters. The start is absolutely key. Coleman's got away well, and this time perhaps it's not going to be Lyles, or is it?
Now this, of course, is my 2 cents. Yes, so Ackeem Blake surprised Ackeem Blake by winning the finals of the men's 100 meters at the final Diamond League finals, which took place, of course, in Brussels. And I can understand this. I mean, the truth is this is a huge deal. As I said it earlier in the video, the 3 big prizes this year in the men's 100 meters were, well, not 100 meters, but the men's short sprints were the 60-meter title, or second or third, in the world indoors, which he took third. Incredible. That's a big feather in his cap. He unfortunately didn't make it through to the finals in the men's 100 meters at the Paris Olympic Games, but he did come back to win the Diamond League final. He also equaled his personal best of 9.89. Those are big deals for any athlete on any given day. I've been talking about Ackeem Blake now for a little over a year, and I've been saying that I believe what happened to Ackeem Blake in 2023 is also what I think happened to Ackeem Blake in 2024. In 2023, he just peaked too early. If you remember when he ran that 9.89, I think it was at the LA Grand Prix or one of those Grand Prix. He beat Christian Coleman, surprised many persons, and laid down his personal best of 9.89. But this happened prior to the national championships and prior to the world championships. So he peaked early. And I think, and someone is challenging me on this, and that's fine. I mean, that's what we do here at Peter Lloyd World. The Royals you're all very knowledgeable, and I encourage you to express yourselves respectfully to myself and to each other. The person was saying, I was wrong, he didn't peak. But you have to peak for a major championship. Regardless of what you think, that's how this works. You have to peak. If he was running the 60, he didn't just run the 60 meters. They had to train him to peak for the 60-meter World Indoor Championship. That's how this works. He wouldn't have gotten as far as third on sheer luck and determination. His coaches, Mr. Freighter and the others, coached him and got him to peak for indoors. He ran a very fast time. It wasn't his personal best, but close to. And then they had to get him peaked again for the Paris Olympic Games. And as I said in a previous video, that is not an easy thing. There is a reason why many of the athletes start running, meaning the pro athletes in particular, they start running later in the year. There's also another reason why a lot of the collegiate athletes will do extremely well at the beginning of the year, and then by March, April, they're completely burnt out because they're training for the NCAA outdoor championships. That's what they're training for, and they also have to peak for the indoor championships. And it is not as easy as it sounds to do that. It is not as simple as it sounds. I think once the great coach Freighter, and Ackeem and the team find a way to peak him at the right time, the sky's the limit. He's clearly very, very fast. Now, I know some of you are going to come on here and say stuff like, it's just 9.92. People, 9.92 at the end of the season is exceedingly impressive. In any world, that's really impressive. And peaking 3 races out, hitting his PB, equaling his PB of 9.89 is a big deal. What I'm most happy for with young Ackeem Blake here, and young Ackeem Blake himself knows I'm a huge fan, I have told him this was going to boost his self-confidence. It was imperative, it was important for you to note that he said it was a stacked field. He didn't use the word stacked, but he said it was a high quality field or something of that. I said earlier when I read his quote. And he's gotten a confidence boost because I think he sort of needed one. You know, if you're running against someone who's running 9.77, in my personal opinion, Ackeem Blake is capable of doing this. And I know you're going to laugh at me, some of you are going to say, but that's why we do what we do here. I want to hear your thoughts. I believe Ackeem Blake is going to be huge as an athlete. It's just about consistency, focus, and determination. So I am not surprised that Ackeem Blake himself was surprised, because I suspect that Ackeem Blake needed another breakthrough moment. And the truth is, I get the impression he's a very modest young man. But I believe 2025 is going to be a great year for this young man. As I said, to close out the season equaling your PB and then winning the Diamond League trophy after coming third in the world indoor 60 meter bodes extremely well. And clearly when I saw the execution of that race, he got out fast as he always does, but he was able to maintain that top end speed throughout. But this, of course, is my 2 cents. Were you surprised that Ackeem Blake was surprised that he won at the Diamond League? Now, don't forget to go over there and check out our online store at Printify. We will leave a link in the comments below. It will be pinned. You can always go over there and check out our merch. We're adding new merch daily. We see that people are coming over and are already shopping, and we appreciate of this. As I said, we have a huge announcement to make. I'm just trying to cross the dot the I's and cross the T's. I think you'll be as excited as we are here at Peter Lloyd World. And it's going to be a great 2025. I really believe this. Now, don't forget to hit the subscribe button, the notification bell, hit the like button. Remember, you are royals, kings and queens. Bless us.